Hi, I'm Andy Webb from Be Clever With Your Cash. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel, checking me out again. But if this is your first time, welcome, great to have you here. Please do hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. You know the drill by now. It means you won't miss any of the future videos that I share about making money, saving money, and better managing your money. And if this is useful, that big thumbs up, that like button just below the video, really would appreciate it if you can click that as well. And leave me a comment as well. I'd love to know what you think. It all makes a huge difference to helping other people find these videos and get better with their money as well. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is something which I really love, I'm really passionate about. It's my favorite way, in fact, my favorite little trick to earn a little bit of extra cash because it is so easy. It takes so little effort. I've got my wallet here and let me just get this out. I'm going to cover up the numbers, obviously, because I don't want you to see what they are. But this is it. This is my American Express Cashback credit card. I use that as much as I possibly can when I'm spending money because, as the name suggests, a cashback credit card, every time I spend at least £1, I am making some money back. Now, if I spent with a debit card or I spent with a standard Visa or a MasterCard credit card, I wouldn't get anything extra. I would spend the money, which I do anyway, and it could be anything from supermarket shopping to Christmas shopping to booking a holiday, my train travel, whatever it might be, flights even. I'm not doing much of that right now, I know, but basically any spending I do, I'm earning money, which is fantastic. It's so simple. Now, obviously, there are a few different caveats it's worth sort of noting here straight away. One of them is American Express isn't accepted everywhere, and that can be quite a frustration for some people. But when I do my shopping, the vast majority of it, I would say 95% of it, whether it's a restaurant or a shop or a gym, whatever it might be, most of the time they will take American Express and I will get my cash back on that credit card right there. If they don't, I have got a backup card and I've got a video where I go through some of the different options there, but they don't earn you as much cash back. They aren't quite as good. And I think even though, yes, sometimes you won't be able to use it and it doesn't necessarily tie in with everything like Curve, which I've got a video on you might want to check out, which is a great little thing. Although you can't use Amex there, it still doesn't mean you shouldn't get one. Just for that minor inconvenience of here and there, it doesn't work. You will get it to shop. You'll be able to use it in most retailers and businesses, okay? So don't worry about that too much. The second one, and this relates to all credit cards really, if you are not comfortable using a credit card, if you do not think that at the end of the month you have enough money in your bank to transfer it over to the credit card and clear that debt, then they're not for you, full stop, but particularly not cashback credit cards. Because if you don't clear that balance completely that you owe, that full amount, not the minimum, the full amount by the end of the month, you'll get charged interest. And if you get charged interest, you are wiping out any cashback that you earn. It's a complete waste of time. But if you can transfer the vast majority of your normal everyday spending and you clear that balance every single month and you don't mind that every now and again you might have to use a different card, you are going to make some money. Now, there are obviously some different types of cashback credit cards. That's a kind of collective term, cashback credit card. Sometimes we talk about reward credit cards where you get points back. Sometimes miles ones like BA or Virgin Atlantic, we get Avios or other sort of frequent flyer things. They do have their different pros and cons, different advantages for different times. I have got a little video where I look at the differences between them, so you might want to check that out and I will link to that below as well. But for me, fundamentally, the best way to guarantee that the money that you earn back on your cards is yours to spend it as you want, it is the cashback credit card. And American Express have two of these. Now, if we jump over to the American Express website, they very handily have a feature where you can compare any number of their credit cards. Now, I've got the two cashback ones here and they are similarly titled. They are both Platinum Cashback credit cards, but one of them, as you'll spot on here, is the Platinum Cashback Everyday credit card. That's the one on the left. And then there is the Platinum Cashback credit card. So let's have a look at this little compare table. Hopefully this will help us know which one is the best for us, right? Straight away you can see there's a slight difference there in the APR, the interest that you pay on any balances. But again, that shouldn't be a factor because if you get charged interest, this isn't the card to be spending on. There are different ones, there are 0% purchase credit cards, etc. Okay, so ignore that. Don't worry about that. The big thing to notice straight away early on, we have here an annual fee on the Platinum Cashback credit card of £25 every single year. Year 1, year 2, year 3, you will pay a £25 fee. But with the everyday credit card, there is no annual fee at all. Okay, so that's straight away you think, all right, if one doesn't charge me any money, that's the better one. Okay, maybe, hold on, let's keep looking. What else is going on? A lot of the rewards, the rest are pretty much the same, but this is the main one, the headline thing. Where it says rewards, basically that means the cashback rate. Now, one of the things I love about American Express, and I get quite excited about in this sort of geeky money nerd thing that way that I do, is it is one of the most fantastic introductory offers for new customers, or if you haven't had an American Express in your name in 2 years. And by in your name, that means you are the lead account holder. If you are the supplementary account card holder, which means your partner or someone else is the person who opened the account in the first name and they've just given you a card in your name, you don't count as an American Express customer, okay? So you have to have a 2-year gap between the last time you opened an account, well, actually 2 years since you closed the account you had, or if you've never had one, you're a new customer, fantastic. You can get this 5% welcome bonus. Now, on other American Expresses, it varies slightly. Sometimes it's a number of points, but they all work out roughly that 5% mark, give or take. And as you can see here with the everyday credit card, that 5% bonus is on spend up to the first £2,000 you spend in the first 3 months. So if you do spend £2,000 in the first 3 months, you will get 5% on that chunk of money. You will get £100 in cash back just to start things off. It's fantastic. It's why you should time opening up an American Express for when you have a big purchase, to make sure you really do get your hands on as much of that 5% as you can. So you've got to buy a new computer, it's coming up to Christmas, whatever it might be. They're the perfect times often to open up one of these accounts. So you've got the biggest expenses coming out over that 3-month period to get that 5%, to get that 100 quid. Now, with the Platinum Cashback credit card, you'll notice that the amount you get 5% on is capped at 2.5 grand, which means the cashback you'd earn if you spend that full 2.5 grand in that first 3 months is 125 quid. So that, if hopefully you've spotted it already, you get an extra 25 quid, which cancels out that £25 that you spend, fee you have to spend in that first year. So in year one, if you're spending at least 2.5 grand in the first 3 months on your card, you are cancelling out that fee, okay? So I wouldn't worry too much about that. If you think you can do that, they're pretty much even Stevens there. There is another difference though. Again, if you're paying £25 annual fee, there's got to be a reason for it, and it is because the continuing rates you get after initial introductory bonus and then in year 2, year 3 and so on, that is different. So we have got on the everyday cashback credit card, the first 5 grand you spend, you'll get 0.5%. So let's factor in that initial bonus. For that one, it's 2 grand in year 1. That's the most you get that 5% on. So then you would get, from spending from 2 grand to 3 grand, you'd get 0.5%. Then anything over 5 grand in a year, remember this is over 12 months, anything over that, you will get 1%, which is fantastic. Okay, 1% cashback. Might not sound like much, but that is so much better than you'll get on the Visa or MasterCard cashback credit cards. The best you're going to get out there actually on those others is about 0.25%, quarter of a percent right now. So already that first 0.5%, that first 5 grand is double that. Beyond that, 4 times that. These are the cards that really will make you the most money overall. Let's look again now at the cashback credit card. Let's go to the second column, and you can see here straight away it's given you more cashback because you get 1% on the first 10 grand. Essentially what that means is that first 5 grand you're getting, it's double the cashback. Rather than 5%, you're getting 1%. Then if you're a big spender and you're spending at least 10 grand over the year, anything over that 10 grand goes up to 1.25%. So you're earning even more if you're a really, really, really big spender. Now you can go and look at this on the American Express website. I'll link to it, and it tells you the other side comparisons. Essentially, they are exactly the same the rest of the way. And really importantly, at the bottom here, you've got an eligibility check button. Always do that before you apply for these or any other credit cards, because it helps you know the chances of success of being accepted. Because if you apply without one of these, then you could well hit your credit report, which is not a good thing. Okay, so that's the 2 cards. Pretty even Stevens. You might be thinking, well, it's a fee, how much I'm spending. Okay, great. But how much is your monthly spend, your annual spend, actually impact the cashback return you get? So what I've done is I've gone over to, I've created a little spreadsheet over in Google Sheets. I'm going to have to make myself a little bit smaller here so you can see the full table. Let's put myself up here in this corner a little bit. Squeeze a bit more again. Here we go, up there. So let's have a look. So I've looked at this table and I've broken it down by some of the kind of the minimum spend, so just the most important thing. How much do you think you will spend every single month on your normal expenses? Bear in mind that not everywhere will take American Express. So if you are, let's say I put £200 monthly spend as my first example here. If you spend £200 every single month on everything, which is pretty lean, well done. You've got a really tight budget there. That's fantastic. Bear in mind that actually some of that you might be able to put on an Amex, so really you look at maybe at 250 as your normal spend. There's no real rule for this. You know what you're spending, where you're spending it. If it's all at big shops, they'll all take American Express. So I've got your monthly spend, and I've got how much that works out as your annual spend, and then I've broken it out into the different kind of tiers, because you've got that initial bonus in year one, and then both of them do have those different tiers from 0.5% to 1% or 1% to 1.25%, and that really sort of, how much you actually get depends on where you hit those figures. Then I've given you that total in year one cashback and how much that cashback is in year one after that fee, okay, because you've got to factor that in. But before we start, there's another thing that's really important to factor into this, and that is the referral bonus. So you've got that new customer welcome bonus, which comes from your spending, but you can also get a small amount of money when you sign up, when you apply, if you go via the appropriate link or site. Now, there are two ways to get one of these referral bonuses. One of them is via a cashback site, so Quidco or Top Cashback. The other one is if you know someone who has an American Express, has that same American Express credit card, if they refer you over, then they'll get some money, but you'll also get some money. Now, right now, for that Amex Platinum Everyday Cashback credit card, £10 bonus, whether you go via a cashback site or whether a friend refers you, okay? £10, you can get that. Obviously, if you've got a mate's link, they'll get some cash as well, so it's nicer to go via them than the cashback sites. But of course, do just compare what's on offer, because sometimes deals go up and down. Maybe there's a promo in the cashback sites will give you 15 quid, something like that. But generally, you can get £10 is the most you can get right now on that card. On the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card, remember that one that comes with a £25 fee, you can get a referral bonus from a friend of £25. So if you know someone who has got that card and they refer you, you will get that £25. So that fee is gone before we even take into account the fact that you get that money back, that increased 5% bonus and so on. If you don't know anyone who's got it, I've got a link I'll put in the video below and over in the article on the blog, which you can use if you want to. Or check out Quidco. At the time of filming this, they are giving £20, so not as much as the referral link, but in the past I've seen that go up to 30 quid. So have a look, see what they're offering right now. You might be able to get even more money from it. But I say if not, I've got a code below this video where you can apply and get yourself some that initial 25 quid. So you're obviously starting off with that money. Working along, I'm not going into all the details. You'll be able to see this table in the article if you want to, or just pause the video and have a look at it in a bit more detail. But you can see if you are spending £200 a month on the Amex Platinum Everyday card, the amount you'll get at the end of the year is £49. That takes into account the referral bonus, that 5% bonus, and then your spending. Now, that's not a huge amount of money to spend, so you probably get more than that, but that's a good sort of minimum to look at. And the reason I've started there is because if you drop down to the next table below, which is the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card, you'll see that £200 spend will get you £48 at the end of year one, because you've got to take into account that fee, because you're not making enough of that initial cashback, that additional cashback that you can get, whether it's the 5%, whether it's the increased amount at 1%, to justify that 25 quid. Now, that would imply you go with the everyday credit card, yeah? But after that amount, really, whatever you spend, you're going to get more money back in that year with the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card because of that increased rate. And if we drop down the table there, if we look at it, if you spend £1,000 every month, again, that's an average that you might spend. It might be heavier at the beginning, less later on. My months do go up and down. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But that kind of figure, that will get you £195 on the Platinum Everyday card at the end of year one, £225 on the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card. So we're not talking about a vast difference there, but it's still a decent difference of 30 quid. You may as well go for it. Feels like a no-brainer in year one to go for the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card over the Amex Platinum Everyday Cashback credit card, because you will get some more money, particularly getting that referral bonus at the beginning as well. It's worth an extra 10 or 25 quid, but an extra 15 quid difference between the two on top of the extra money. Well worth it. But what happens in year two? Because obviously in year two, you're going to have to still spend that £25 on that card, but you will earn less money because you won't have that initial 5% bonus, or that an introductory bonus or referral bonus, which cancel out that fee. So you've got to factor that in. So I've had a look, I've done exactly the same maths here. And what happens, you'll see, is if you have the Amex Platinum Everyday card and you're not a huge spender, if you're only spending £200, maybe a bit more than that, you will get £12 interest. So big difference from year one, right? But you'll get £12 interest, £12 cash back at the end of the year. Whereas the Platinum Cashback although you earn £24 in cash back over the year, double the cash back because you're getting 1% rather than 0.5%, that £25 wipes it off and it actually costs you money. You'll lose money. But then as soon as you start building up on that, you'll see as soon as you're spending more, it works out at pretty much the same. The more you spend on it, obviously, the more cash back you're going to get. And in fact, around the £1,000 monthly mark, that's when you start really seeing a difference. Again, only a fiver here, but you will do make more money in year 2 from the Amex Platinum Cashback credit card. And I've actually sort of drilled down a little bit more, just to have a look at where that break is. And it's really obvious when you think about it. But if you are spending £400 on that card, on this, I've got it here, you've got the Amex Platinum Everyday at the top, Amex Platinum Cashback just below it. If you are spending £400 every single month, so an increase of about 200, cashback works out roughly the same, £1 more on the Platinum Everyday card. If you're spending $450, it works out roughly the same. And I've had a look, and obviously it's really quite easy when you think about it. The difference is an annual spend of £5,000. So if you think you will spend at least £5,000 in year 2 on that card, that's when the Amex Platinum Cashback card starts making you more money. You are going to earn 1% on £5,000, 50 quid, versus 0.5% on £5,000, 25 quid. Factor in the fees, they're both worth 25 quid. But then of course you'll earn exactly the same amount between £5,000 and £10,000 because you're both on 1% for that amount of time. So it's only really then if you spend more than £10,000 in a year that you will start making more money in year 2. So I think that's pretty clear, isn't it, which one to go for out of the two. It's the card that I go for. It is the American Express Platinum Cashback credit card. Although it does come with that £25 fee every single year, in year 1 you can wipe it out with a referral bonus and an increased welcome bonus. And on top of that, higher tiered rates of cashback. In year 2, as long as you're spending at least £5,000 every single year throughout that year, you're going to break even with the Everyday Platinum Cashback credit card. And then the more you spend, the more you'll earn. Now, if this was useful, don't forget, please do hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And I have plenty more videos on credit cards, bank accounts, savings accounts, all that kind of stuff here on the channel and articles over on the blog. So do check those out. Until next time, cheers. And here are a couple more videos you might find interesting.